All right, let's talk about defining custom actions. So every list page comes with a delete action for deleting multiple objects in one go. But we can also extend this list and register our own custom actions. For example, let's say we want to define a custom action for clearing the inventory of a bunch of products in one go. So we want to set their inventory to 0. Let me show you how to implement this. So back to the product admin class. Here we're going to define a new method called clear inventory. And of course, we could call it anything. But here we need 3 parameters: self, request, which represents the current HTTP request, and query set, which contains the objects the user has selected. Now we should decorate this method with admin.action and set the description to the text we want to appear in the dropdown list. So clear inventory. Now in this method, we can do anything we want for updating objects. So we can take this query set and call this update method. And here we set inventory to 0. So this will immediately update the database and then return the number of updated records. So we can get that value and store it in a variable like updated count. Now to show a message to the user, we call self.messageUser. So every model admin contains this method for showing a message to the user. So we call this method and give it 2 arguments. The first argument is the request object that we get here. The second argument is the message we want to show to the user. So here I'm going to use an F string and say updated count products were successfully updated. Okay. So we defined a custom action. Now we go to the top. Over here, where we set the attributes of this class, we set actions to the list of actions we want to show to the user. In this case, clear inventory. So we pass the name of the method as a string. Okay. Now back to our page. Now look, we have a new action here, clear inventory. So I'm going to select the first 2 products and clear their inventory. Go. Great. So we get this beautiful message saying 2 products were successfully updated. And as you can see, the inventory of these products is now low. Great. Now here we can also show error messages. So when calling the message user method, we can specify the type of the message as the 3rd argument. So first we go to the top, and from django.contrib, we import the messages module. Now we go back to where we were and pass a 3rd argument here. So I'm going to say messages dot. Now here we should have different type of messages. So we have error, we have debug, info, success, and so on. So I'm going to show an error message. Once again, let's select a couple of products and clear their inventory. Okay, this time we see an error message. So this is how we can define custom actions.